Oh,
Nice. We're official now, Jonathan?
official.
Okay,
Thanks,
we are
Jonathan.
recording.
No, we're not.
We
This is
appreciate
the
you.
beginning
That's
of
why
the
we're here for the
podcast.
community.
And we appreciate Pacific Coast Television
Of
so
course.
much
Pacific
for
Coast
having
Television. This is the kickoff. We're like one of 100 podcasts, so no one cares about this. But our goal is to make sure everyone cares about this.
us. But we care about
We
this.
care, and that. So my trick is to get Mary on this show, so people will instantly care about this. And then the bonus is we have Jonathan here,
And Jen.
and Jen, and
And
Kevin. And that's the family, the
It is
community.
okay.
So we're doing a little behind the scenes with Kevin, and then he's gonna hop onto the board with us, since Jonathan's too cool and too busy to do the show with us. We tried,
And I'm going to figure out how to not be awkward and just
Yeah.
like go with the flow.
yeah,
Right.
and then maybe talk towards the mic also.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But I like looking at you.
Okay, I'll go right here.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So Jonathan,
Well,
you're
I
gonna be
could-
working the board. Mary's gonna be talking, and this is it. It's official. We're starting.
And we don't have a title.
Okay. So,
That's the most important thing.
what was your suggestion for the title?
Pair of pals.
Okay, I took that into consideration.
Right. And what did you come up with?
Two pals.
Two pals?
Two Pals podcast.
That's it? Just two? Ooh. I kind of like
And I don't think it
that.
exists on Instagram yet. So if we can get the Instagram and the URL, we're
Wow.
good to
And then
go.
if we can get, what is it, 3,500 views, we get money.
I'm impressed that you are thinking that way. Two, I'd like to tell you not to think about monetizing
I'm
this
just
podcast
kidding.
at
It
all.
was
But
a
that was
joke.
really cute.
It was a joke.
What was 3,500 views?
I
It's
don't
more
know.
like, it's
Somebody
more like
told
a
me.
million
Somebody
views.
told me that the other day, so I just thought I would like act like I
No.
was smart about
No.
it. I'm so.
What
not,
happens
though.
when we start to act like we expect people?
know.
So I think is it for every million views? Basically, it's a penny for every 100,000 views. Like, yeah, so
It doesn't really
we're not
matter.
worried about
Anyway,
monetizing.
I was only
yet.
kidding.
Yeah, no, you've come a long way with that though.
Thank
Because
you.
before you're like, what? So, I think Two Pals,
I like two pals.
and then it's not necessarily a Pacifica podcast, but it's housed in Pacifica, and we're just going to talk about our experience.
Yeah, we could talk about so many different things, and we can invite other people in.
Other pals.
Other pals. We have so many pals.
You could bring a pal.
I have a pal.
We could bring a couple pals.
I like pals.
But it's always
two
two
pals.
pals.
Two
And then I think we need to
pals.
start every show out with, "Hi, pal." How do you feel about that?
I like that.
Okay, so
because we
we're-
do it anyway.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Hi,
Hi, pal.
pal. Well,
So-
I think I yelled it. I could hear it.
No, that's
echoing.
good. That's how that's how headphones work. And your bangs look amazing, by the way.
Thank goodness, because that's everything.
Okay, we're gonna try to change it. Well, that's why I'm wearing a beanie, so I don't have to worry about my bangs.
Oh yeah, you don't need bangs.
My bangs
'cause you
start
got that
right
face.
here anyway. So
With that
the face
face.
that you can't see behind the
The
microphone.
face you don't need bangs.
Okay, so first topic. This one was submitted by one of your students,
Oh,
and this will be a good way to
man.
reintroduce us to our friends and family, and then also
Okay.
to the community members that are watching this on PCT channel 26.
That's right.
Now we have a TV show. Look at you go. Is this considered
Jonathan
a TV
thinks
show?
it's
or not?
funny.
Nice.
Good.
All right, we're gonna go to get you some Big Macs and
That's a French fries.
yeah, because Breakers hasn't sponsored us yet.
I can't believe the young people in my group wanted me to talk about high school.
No, I think this is good. So, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I guess you should go first because I need you to go first.
Okay. So, what do you think they wanted to know about high school?
Well, I think they've heard a few things about my past,
Okay.
and so they're probably pretty curious about how I was in high school. But then I was thinking, that's like a long time ago, like 35 years ago. Can you imagine that? Can you
No.
imagine even saying that?
Well, one because I wasn't even born yet. So the fact that you were operating in this world without me and being my
I
pal
know.
makes me really
Yeah,
sad.
that's too weird. Too weird.
Okay, so in high school I went to Terra Nova. Where'd you go?
I went to Terra Nova too. See,
Okay.
we have so much in common already.
Should we tell our stories like this, or should we?
Yeah.
Okay, so Terra
Totally. Yeah, we went to Terra Nova.
Nova. Favorite subjects.
PE.
Uh,
That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. I did love sports though.
Okay.
I was
What
like
sports did you
thought I was an athlete.
think we all
Volleyball
did.
and basketball.
okay.
Those were my things. And then I played badminton too, but that was just because.
I like badminton
You did?
and volleyball.
Did you didn't play volleyball?
Well, not professionally. I played football. Well, I wore the uniform. We didn't play. I was like third string linebacker and third string something else. I really like defense, and then we all get to play special teams.
But you
because
also played baseball too. Did you play at Terra Nova?
baseball all like that was kind of my jam growing up, and then I tried out, and I didn't make the freshman team because I grew up in Manor.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Pacifica's
They don't let kids.
super clicky.
Don't let kids from Manor play on Terranova baseball
like,
teams.
Who are you? And so, yeah, I was bummed, but then actually by not making the baseball team, it made me want to focus more on academics and stuff. So I was still trying to figure out, am I going to be like the jock or am I going to be like the...
No, I always made everything. I made all the teams.
But I knew I was going to feel too pulled. So was it like, I wasn't going to go play baseball in college, so I wanted to focus more on like chemistry or biology.
And you actually thought about those things when you were in high
yeah,
school?
because maybe it was a long time ago, but the society pressures you to like know exactly what you want to do with your life at the age of 14.
Oh.
So I just bought into that. But it wasn't until junior year where I realized like the entire world's a lie, and then I was all over the place.
And so Ryan, one of the students today, he's like, so it was like legit easier in the 80s, right? And I'm like, yeah, I think it really was legit easier.
Why?
Just because, for one, I did not feel the pressure that you were just talking about. It probably would have been helpful maybe if I did.
Was college even a thing? Or was it just get a job? Or work?
It was, yeah, you might go
Or
to
enlist in
college
the
if your
war.
parents have enough money.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't even an option.
And there wasn't the pressure that there is now.
Okay.
So I think it's like a forced thing now. Like everybody needs to go to college and you have to spend all this money on your education.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't, the pressure for me wasn't there.
Okay, well, damn.
Although it could have helped me, I suppose.
But there were other pressures, I'd imagine.
But then he was also talking about, lack of internet. So like we would like be with our friends and do all these things and then go home. And we had like one phone, one telephone.
For the whole block?
For my household, right? I had 4 sisters and 2 brothers, one phone, and then...
And this is a landline for those watching at home.
Yeah.
On their cellular
and
phones.
so we would have to like sneak around on the phone, and then finally we got the upstairs phone. And the upstairs phone had this long cord, and we would share it. It was like the kids' phone. It was such a big deal. But
So I had a home phone. That was actually a Christmas present my dad gave me.
Oh.
And it was cool because it was like my phone and I could like three-way call.
Yeah.
I think that was like 6th or 7th grade.
We had like a yellow banana phone.
When did you get your first pager?
Pager?
I got a pager in middle school.
Okay, yeah, no. I didn't have a pager till way long. No.
Okay. Like, not in high school, obviously you didn't get a pager. So
I'm
when
trying
did you
to
get a
think.
pager?
I got a pager when my kid was like 2.
Okay, so
or
you were already
something.
off in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pagers were a big thing, and then cell phones.
I just remember, the pager would go off and then I have to find some phone to call somebody. That's so irritating.
So how did you like do homework and stuff?
What do you mean? We went home and we had books.
But like a typewriter, or just write? Like would you handwrite?
Handwrite a lot of
Yeah,
things.
in middle school they used to tell us like
And
you
then there
better
was a-
practice with pen.
Then there was a typewriter, so yeah, there was typing class, which I didn't take.
Yeah, I kind of skimmed out on the keyboarding class, which I wish I would have, because I type like this now.
I could have used the class.
Okay,
But there was a word processor, so we did use some of that.
Macintosh, or like, do you remember seeing your first?
And there was like
computer?
computer programming class.
And there's a computer in the room and everything.
When we had to learn how to make all the programs. I don't know. I copied Eric Martin stuff. Sorry, Eric Martin.
Who's Eric Martin?
He's the kid I went all the way through school with from
Is he
kindergarten.
still around? Is he in Pacifica?
No.
Okay.
But he comes back for our reunions because you know what? Our class like gets together every 5 years. It's just like so weird. We all really like each other. So a ton of people come to our reunions.
I did
every
notice
year.
during your campaign a lot of like people from the 80s came out of nowhere and they were like really excited for you.
Yeah, and they would give me they thank you everyone for
Yeah.
supporting
So
my campaign.
We'll post
yeah,
this,
that was awesome.
We'll post this in the class of 85,
86.
86's group. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, high school, just what? Studying, working. Teachers were cool. Were your teachers cool for the most part?
Yeah, my teachers were cool. Yeah.
Did all your I was talking to Kevin about this on the way here. Did all your teachers, did you feel like they wanted to be there? Or did a few where you're like, oh, you actually, like, you're an adult and you actually don't like what you're doing?
Oh my gosh, there was this one teacher, the poor guy. He had been teaching for a really long time, and the kids just were, they were terrible to him. They like came in and like sprayed him with whipping cream, like put whipping cream all over him. Oh.
Yeah, and when you're a
His name was
student,
Mr.
you don't,
Mosier.
you don't realize how much damage you're doing to people.
Yeah.
Like bullies and then bullying, like...
But I did have some really good teachers too.
Okay. Let's
Yeah.
talk about one of our favorite teachers, and then we'll move on. Because I'm sure this is not what your students wanted to hear about, but we'll dig in next
They wanted to
time.
hear about the dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had 2 favorite teachers, I think.
This is part of the dirt.
No.
Okay.
Were we really going to talk about our favorite
No.
teachers? No, let's not.
Just like partying and stuff. They wanted to hear like that stuff.
Well, I think so.
Did you get into trouble in high school, or was this after? High
Oh,
school?
no, I never got in trouble.
Yeah, so
I
in high
had this
school-
halo, and everybody's parents wanted to talk to me. Like,
Okay.
when we'd be out drinking and doing whatever we were doing, and they'd be like, I was like, hello, Mr. Arnold. We're at the bowling alley, and we'll be coming home soon with your daughter. And
That's you
like-
talking.
yeah,
Okay.
like parents trusted me.
Okay, that's cool. I was kind of the trustworthy kid too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was trustworthy, but I was doing the same stuff that everybody else was doing, so.
Okay, but just cut from a different cloth a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite teachers.
Oh, no. Favorite teachers.
You said you had 2.
Yeah, probably 3. Mr. Olson.
Okay, this
Classic.
isn't going to be an hour-long podcast because Jonathan already told us.
No, he said he was going to knock on the thing when it was 28 minutes.
now we
And
have
then
a
we could go for
stopwatch
an hour
going.
if we wanted to.
Okay, so just for shits and giggles, we'll cut out
Right.
the S word, I guess. We're already at about 15 minutes, so time's going to fly by. So I think we're going for an hour.
Yeah, I think we're going to.
You're going for an hour? Well, I mean,
What do you think?
you can go for an hour. It's
Let's,
fine.
let's see how we feel to the
So-
next topic.
Well, yeah, because we didn't want to
Just
spend
in
too much
time.
longer on high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one favorite teacher, and then we'll move on.
Mr. Shergan. He was everybody's
Wait,
favorite teacher.
Mr. Sugar, the biology guy?
Yeah,
He was at Terra Nova.
everybody's favorite teacher.
He's the one that sold snacks.
He's just rad. So
Where's he at?
nice.
Is he still around?
I think he is.
Mr. Shurigan, man.
Right?
He was like the Robin Williams of Terra Nova
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. That's good.
And by far my like favorite class. Maybe so mine is like Miss Jenkins, Alyssa Jenkins.
Oh, she wasn't there when I was there.
Probably not there when you were there. And,
She's there now,
And it's a
though.
lot of love-hate with her. But I
Mhm.
think for the most part it was love for us. And
Nice.
I still wonder how she survives being a teacher because of everything I hear about being a teacher. But she really does care and she's
Yeah.
into it. So Mr. Jurgens? No.
Shurigan.
Jurgens is the lotion.
Mr. Shergan, I can't believe he was there when
Mr.
you were in
Shurigan.
school too.
Yeah, he probably had hair when he was your teacher?
He did a little bit. A little bit, yeah.
Okay, sweet. Jonathan, you want to stay with us or should we put Kevin in?
You guys can swap.
All right, cool.
Yeah. But it's great.
Make sure you watch the show. We'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, it was nice.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for having me
your
as a guest.
How
Appreciate
did we do
it.
for the first couple minutes?
You guys are doing great. It's awesome. I'm really excited what topic
You
you're gonna
sound
hit.
very convincing.
Well, we're just starting. So this is our first
Yeah,
go around, and
yeah.
then it'll be better.
Hey, it's personal. You're talking about Pacifica,
yes.
and other Pacificans could relate to this. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's the point. So
And Jonathan
I'm sure
submitted a question, so we'll start the answer after he leaves the room, and then he'll have to
Oh.
watch to see.
Ooh,
Oh,
dot.
I wonder what question I asked.
Did you forget?
I know.
What's in that water bottle?
I don't remember
Oh,
asking.
no.
But
All
yeah,
right,
go
cool.
ahead.
Thanks, my man.
Good luck. Yeah.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
bye.
Let me know if you guys are gonna do an hour.
It'll be a little less.
Okay. We'll just add, whatever 30 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks.
brother.
You've been awesome.
You're the best. That was more convincing. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Who
no.
hurt you?
It's the topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the topic? High school?
Yeah, I mean.
Whatever. What if I'm not making the show for Jonathan? We gotta respect the youth. They wanted to know.
They did want to know.
Okay.
They didn't specifically say what they wanted to know.
But I have a feeling you were like reading between the lines. with
Well,
them.
because I know that they've heard a lot of stories about me growing up with like a whole bunch of boys. 'Cause
Gotcha.
It was just me and like 12 boys or whatever in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so they thought that was pretty funny.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that next time.
Okay.
All right. So Jonathan's welcome, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
What's up?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Aw, I'm making a heart if you can't see me, Kevin.
Yeah, there's 3 cameras on you.
Yeah,
I'm
but,
pretty
somebody might
It is
not
funny
be.
that you can't watch all the editing going on.
I
behind
can't.
you.
Somebody might not be watching. They might
Oh,
be
yeah,
listening
you're
because
right.
you can either listen,
Oh shit!
you could watch, or you could read the transcript.
I said the S word twice. I hope we can just edit that out
Why do we have to edit
because it's
things?
gonna be on TV. Whatever. I'm not concerned
They
about
say
that.
bad words on TV all the time now.
Okay, but not public access. Okay, how do you consume content, Mary? What are the 3 ways?
You can listen to it,
Mhm.
you can watch it,
Mhm.
or you can read the transcripts.
Nice.
Or the blogs, or whatever happens
Did you
with.
get all those right?
I think I
I
did,
think so.
didn't I? Check.
Pictures, words, videos. Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, next topic. Jonathan wants to know. We can come up with this together. What would be the 3 things that you would talk about in Pacifica or share with someone who is a non-native, being that we were both native Pacificans? By the way, that was maybe going to be the name of the podcast, but I think Two Pals.
I like Two
It's a little more
Pals.
broad.
I'm way sold on that. Just
Okay.
because it's got this little ring to it. Yeah, we can make stickers. I think we
Cool.
should.
I feel like I'm
I don't
interviewing myself.
really don't want to break off away from you too soon. So don't.
No, this is it. This is my only podcast for now.
Okay.
Two Pals.
Two Pals.
A Pacifica podcast. Okay. So yeah, someone's never heard of Pacifica before. Obviously they're gonna be like, it's foggy and the housing prices are high or low. I don't even know anymore.
They're high.
What are the assumptions of Pacifica?
The assumption is that it's foggy and it's not.
Always foggy.
It's only in July, and it's July right now.
Do
so
people
it's
think
foggy
we
in
have a
July.
lot of money out here, or that it's like poor, or is it like a
I think that they think we have a lot of money out here.
now? Oh yeah,
I think from the outside in, it looks that way.
almost like a Carmel or just like a little.
Well, but it
coastside-
wasn't always that way.
Well, it's not, and it's not that.
It has changed
So,
so much.
okay, so people right now you believe conceive us as just foggy, but money. Like they're shocked that we have the highest, or second highest homeless count. Like
Yeah.
these things are shocking to people
Yes.
who aren't in Pacifica, aren't natives, and aren't experiencing it every day.
Yes. Right.
Okay, so what are the 3 things we'd like to highlight about Pacifica being natives? What was special about Pacifica growing up, or that I guess isn't like other towns?
That's a really good question. I have to
I say like
think about it
community,
just a
like
little bit.
people.
I mean, I think what I always come back to is that people really know how to support each other, and that's been my experience the whole entire.
It's like
my
one
whole
big
entire-
one big semi-happy family.
Yeah, but when something goes down, people are there. And
Yeah,
they-
because chances are someone knows or is a degree away from whoever is being affected. I see
Right.
that happening a lot.
Yeah, and so that I really
That's
appreciate
special.
about Pacific. It is.
Okay, that's one. I like that.
Yeah, and I also think that sometimes we forget about the fishing community, if that makes any sense. Like
Yeah,
we
a lot
don't
of
talk
people,
about
a lot
that.
of people come here for that.
It's a huge community that we don't tap into.
Yeah,
And they're
there's
there
no-
all the
there's
time,
no
and they're
fishing
funny,
podcasts
and they're
on
out
the-
there all the time. They're barbecuing.
The
and-
pier is actually very social, so we
Yeah.
can say the pier too.
Mhm.
So the tight knit, close knit, tight knit
Yeah.
community, the pier and just the beaches in general. Like
Yeah.
I took those for granted growing up, but then when
Oh,
I
so
started
did I.
traveling, it's like, where's your guys' beach? It's like, no, there is no beach.
Yeah, it's all rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have 4 malls. I don't know, and it's hot all the time. I'm thinking about like San Jose or I don't know where else I spend most of my time.
Yeah.
Okay, third thing,
It's also a good place to raise a child.
safety.
It's like a
and just-
good place to have a family. There's plenty of like things to do when your kids are growing up. There's all the sports and the skateboarding and
So it's still got that small town vibe,
Mhm.
and that's almost a blessing and a curse, depending on who you
yeah,
talk to.
yeah.
Okay.
And also, I can think of another thing.
Oh, we're going for 4?
I guess so.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Because we have all these neighborhoods,
Okay.
right, that are
Oh.
separated by geography, so they're all different.
Can you name them?
I can name them.
Do you start
Can
with
you name them?
Fairmont? Do you start with Fairmont?
Yes.
Fairmont Manor.
Don't forget about Westview.
Where's West? I'm just kidding. No. Okay. But there's not like an exit.
Fairmont, Westview, Manor, Sharp Park, Fairway.
Fairway. So it's just all Sharp Park, right?
Well,
and
yeah,
then
if you want to
Fairway,
go Sharp Park, Sharp Park.
Valleymar,
Yeah,
Rockaway, Crespi.
Crespi.
Is that Lindemar?
No, it's just like Lindemar, front of the valley,
Lindemar, Pedro Point,
and back of the valley.
Back Valley. Is Back Valley Sun Valley? Like, what do you call all the Crespi? And like, is that Back of the Valley?
I consider
That's
that front
all
of the
Lindemar,
valley.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
I've never heard
Lindemar
anyone
Valley.
say front of the valley. That's not a thing, right?
it was for me
FOV?
always.
FOV.
There's also the front of the valley in Valleymar, so there was a difference
But that's
between.
all Valleymar. Let's be honest.
No, not growing up, it wasn't.
There's one way in and one way out. It's Valleymar.
Right.
So I grew up in Manor. You're a Valleymar head.
I am, and I'm back there now.
Nice.
How
How's
you
that?
like
How's that working
And you're
out?
back there now too.
I am back there
Whoa,
now.
see,
I'm about to stop by Mazzetti's on a Monday. Never
2
mind, they're
pals.
closed. 2 pals. So how's Valleymar treating you?
it's great. It's great. It's
What's
different.
changed? Yeah, what's changed?
The cars.
Like they're nicer?
Yes,
There's a
and
couple
every
Teslas
single
rolling around.
car, every single driveway has like these. That was never the case growing up.
Yeah,
so
because
it's really,
Valleimar's kind of got that good, like, did we just show up in Tahoe vibe or something? Like, it's just that.
yeah, it's really the demographics have changed a lot,
And the houses are very unique.
and they're getting bigger and bigger,
Yeah.
which is maybe not that great.
You never know, man.
And they've had to cut a lot of the trees down. So,
Yeah, how's that work? You cut down trees, do you plant a tree?
well, that would be the general idea, yes, but that doesn't always happen.
You should probably talk to someone on that commission.
Yeah, right?
Where's Mike Perez when you need him?
We could just call him. He'd show up. He could
He
come
sh-
down.
he should be on it.
He would be
he's
great.
a good pal. He's
He
a
is a good pal. We think we're so funny.
Yeah, Jen's not impressed at all. She's like, talk about something else. Okay, Kevin, you're gonna give us our third topic. So far we've covered our high school experiences. We covered what we like about Pacifica.
Why don't we talk about each other, like us,
Like
like
how
our
we-
pals, like our friendship?
Okay.
Or does that sound?
Yeah,
different?
no.
That's
Let's hear
what Kevin was gonna
let's
say.
hear the Robbie Mary origin story.
Oh.
Is that Superman or is that Star Wars? That's Star Wars.
No, you were the.
That's Star Wars,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. What's Superman? How's the Superman one go?
I don't know. Yeah.
It's not as common. Okay.
No, but we played it in band in Terra Nova. If you want to go back to that topic.
Oh, we got the tape right now. Go ahead and cut the camera for it. Okay, so what would, like, if we're doing our Star Wars origin, what would the scrolling thing be? Like, the years 2000.
No, oh yeah,
Oh, no, the years-
2005.
Is that when Johnny passed away?
Mhm.
Okay, so like the year's 2005. One of-
February 4th, 2005.
One of Robbie's very good friends.
And my nephew.
What's funny is this is a really sad story, but we're like so like the people are on the edge of their seats. So Johnny Beer was a good friend of mine. Believe it or not, I played baseball with him.
Mhm.
And the story, this is just how ironic, and the fact that you're in prevention is, I think I had like one of my first drinks with him. He took me, I went to Davis to surprise an ex-girlfriend, and then she broke up with me on the trip, and Johnny consoled me.
Oh.
And so we went and hung out with the freshman girls Terra Nova soccer team, and I quickly forgot about my ex. Johnny's like, you do not need to worry about her. And so Johnny was just that like older brother that I never had.
Yeah.
And he probably made everyone feel like that, but that was like a very special feeling. And brother Dave was there in the swimming pool. I remember seeing him all swimming. And then that was my 8th grade year, and then I showed up at school, and it was just like, I had coverage from him, and no one messed with me. And so then we kind of lost touch in and out of high school, but that's what happens in high school. We always saw each other, didn't see each other. And then I think I actually went to a party at his house maybe a week before he passed away, and I think he cooked me some eggs or something, and we're like, we gotta hang out more, man. Like, it was just really like, I miss you too, and we kind of like hugged. It was like a moment like you don't realize, and then all of a sudden, like, that was one of the most significant things. And then I remember I went to go see a movie with my band, and there was something going on in Fairway, and sure enough, like, it was the car crash. And I don't know if I knew you before that.
I don't think you did.
Okay, so then how did you hear about me, or how did I hear about you? Because somehow we were linked up.
Well, this shows about like who you are and how you communicate, because I think you contacted me.
Like, I messaged you
Like,
on
because-
MySpace, or I emailed you?
I think so, and I'm not sure if it was. You knew that we were doing the partnership and that we were having these like team nights.
Okay, so
And you literally contacted
What's
me
her
because
name?
we wanted to do band night.
yeah, and I always wanted to book bands at the community center.
Yeah, and you
but
were
they
like
never
the-
let you do
The
it.
cute boy in the band. That's what my daughter called you.
You always tell that story.
I
think
can't help it,
I
but
think
it's
you got
true.
the wrong guy. I'm not gonna lie.
No, oh no, we got the right guy. Trust
All right.
me.
We'll have her on the show.
But
We'll ask her
I just
our
remember
questions.
thinking to myself, who is this guy? This teenager
Yeah.
who was like responding to my emails. It was just like something that it didn't happen.
That's interesting because there's some of my little brother's friends do that to me when they were young, and I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna keep
Like,
an eye on this.
Exactly.
'cause
Like this kid has got it.
the kids
going
don't
on.
know that they are, and
Right.
I'm still working on the fact if I'm got.
And I can remember you coming into like the community center and like coming up to the snack bar or something, like checking in with me before like the bands came on or whatever.
See,
like,
I don't remember any of that.
I do remember that.
I think in another life that did happen.
It did.
Okay,
It did. I
What?
have pictures of the band night.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a blur because I was that's when I was like, high school was
Wait,
like,
what was the band's called?
my band?
Yeah.
It was Backseat Driver.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
All right, we'll see.
That's
Cut
Backseat
cue to the music
Driver,
video.
yeah.
I've been cueing a lot to the music videos. We're gonna work on that. So
I just always appreciated you.
well, tell me what the band nights were and then what it grew into be.
Okay, so we were wanting to do like these teen nights, which none of the teens really wanted to come to.
Yeah.
So it was a bunch of adults trying to plan it, and then we got a bunch of young people together, and they called it That Thing. That was like their
In a good way?
in a good
not
way.
like that thing. Like
No,
that.
it's like that thing.
With an A in
Yeah,
a thing? Okay.
right, yeah. And then we would just, it kind of wore off after a while. It was a really hard thing to do.
But it was an event, like alternative to going out and drinking, so it was a safe
Yeah,
space to
thank
come
you.
and hang out and do
Right.
stuff like that. Okay. And so you did that for a while, and then the prevention partnership start off in 2005? Or
2000, yeah, right after the accident. Literally, they had a meeting before the funerals.
And were you bringing that up, or was that already a thing?
So I wasn't at that meeting. It was Jefferson Union High School District Youth Leadership Institute and Asian American Recovery Services.
Who are still
literally.
around right now?
Yeah, they're all partners in our work still today. Yeah. And they had a meeting before the funerals, and then they had like this thing at the community center. It was a underage drinking rally, they called it. And that's the first time I went down there with my family. And we all had like our Johnny Beer shirts on, and it was just like everybody, we were grieving.
Yeah, people still are.
And then Dave Mineta was up there talking, and I was like, oh my gosh, who is this man? I am so, wow, I just wanted to work with him, and that's what happened.
That's
so,
cool.
yeah.
And what were you doing before that?
I just graduated from college. I was a late bloomer.
Just like me.
Late bloomer. Yeah.
I know I told your students that I went to scouting for 10 years, and they looked at me like, isn't it a 2-year college? I was like, yeah, wait till the recession hits.
They're like, how old were you in college? I'm like 35.
Yeah, like, I'm still in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so then, that's like, does that satisfy you in the origin story, or when did we reconnect? I think that's.
We reconnected when I went into Breakers, and you came up to me and asked about fair rents for Pacifica.
And by the way, this isn't Breakers between the hours of 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. This is when we opened up for dinner.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Yeah. You sat on table 6.
He
I was
even
like,
remembers the table.
Is that Mary Beer over there?
And Lisa's like, that's that cute boy from the band.
She's never told me that.
Well, she would never tell you that.
I'm gonna slide into her DMs tonight and ask her what's up.
She's not here. Anyway, yeah.
No, that's how you slide into the DMs on the gram.
Okay, well, we'll do that another
Okay,
time.
give 3,500 views. Okay, yeah. So, what year is that?
2014. 2015. It was 2016
Because
when
Breakers opened in 2014.
when we put the measure on the ballot.
So how did I not see you for 8 years? We were just on our own waves.
Yeah.
Okay, so you come in, and I think we had just moved, or were about to get evicted from Pacific Slice Estates.
Right.
And so that's why I was curious what was going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you saying, you know what these people told me? Told me to get roommates. I'm something years old. I work my ass off.
That's right. They
And
did tell
someone
me
told me to get roommates or to get out of Dodge. And I said, no, Mary Beer. We need to stick together.
That's right. They really
We're going to have a
did say that to
podcast
me.
in 5 years.
Oh, you can't afford it, then you should get a roommate. I'm like,
Yeah.
I worked really hard
You know
to
what it
not
is
have
now?
a roommate.
You know what they say now?
Leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that funny how things change?
So rude.
So we started talking,
We did.
and then it was just...
And at first I didn't recognize you. I remember I came out to pay. I think it was before we had the conversation.
So you were just at Breakers to eat at Breakers?
This was before we had the conversation about the housing. And,
Okay.
and I was like, and you're like, oh, you're married. And I'm like, oh yeah, Robbie. Whoa.
Nice.
Aw.
That's crazy.
I know. And then we just went like,
And then what?
like magnets.
Then we started seeing each other more, because then I started volunteering at the resource center.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, I have another hat. It's called the Collaborative.
Pacific
Yeah.
Collaborative.
And then we started we'd see each other at meetings, and then I would just be so confused what you did for a living.
Yeah, and everyone is. Yeah, it's
Not until they see this podcast.
Or that's well, we can or another podcast. That's
Yeah.
a whole
We'll
podcast
just-
all
we'll have
on its
a whole
own.
chart. of
Yeah,
it.
right.
Okay.
Exactly. We'll put it on.
So then you came to, we did the Mother's Day stuff in front of Breakers, and then that's when you started showing up more and volunteering, and that counts as outreach.
And then Nicole had yoga.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we were at Earth Day and we talked, and then Nicole's like, "Oh, hey, come do yoga with me. I'm so pretty."
Hey, pal. So just breathe in and be present. Forget about your day. Just be the own warrior of your light. That's some shit you would say, huh?
It is.
I said it 3 times. So.
No, but it's so perfect because that was a great way for us to also get to know each other in a different way.
Yeah.
Right? And then Elisa also came, so she got to know you there too.
And she'd always be staring at me while I was doing the downward dog, thinking, that's that cute boy.
No, she was like, so.
No, when you're in yoga, you're just so in the
Yeah,
zone.
you
I
don't
like
even
it.
look at anybody else.
So we did yoga together, then we'd all hang out, then we'd hit up El Toro Loco.
Yeah, and then we were like pals.
That's what became pals.
Yeah.
And that's the 30-minute mark.
See?
To be continued? Or that was it? I think that was beautiful.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say to the people?
Look out for pair of pals. Oh no.
Well,
Never mind.
We are a pair of pals.
Oh, we are.
But we're two
Two
pals.
pals. I said it wrong.
All right. Thank you guys very much for watching.
Come back.
Come back soon. We're going to have like websites and YouTubes and all kinds of stuff set up.
And so many pals.
So many pals.
Pals.
Thanks for being our pals. Thanks for being my pal.
Bye, pal.
Peace out, pal.
Bye.
Cue music. Do, 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 do. Jonathan, how do we turn this off?